I don't want you to die to this, but I'm starting to think that it's a very distinct possibility. You've got some corruptors in the back of your base that aren't with the rest of your army.
Falcons? Oh. Oh, fuck's sake. Quit.
I know. I know. GG. Alright, so. You said, can I just go kill him now? And I said, yeah, you can try. And you went and you attacked, and at the same time you attacked, he decided to drop those DTs in your base. And he killed, like, all of your drones. And while you were dealing with the harassment, you stopped paying attention to your army, and your whole army died. So,
that was annoying.
Yeah, if you clean up the harassment without taking any damage, you come out of that okay. If you micro your army and you don't lose it all, you still come out okay because you have enough stuff left over to kill him. But when you don't deal with either of those things well enough, then you lose. So that's what happened there. I know it's frustrating and stuff. It's just part of playing the game, unfortunately.
It feels like a proper ladder game, that one.
Yeah, it looks like a proper ladder game where you basically dealt with it and lost anyway. Because you defended the initial harassment great. You should have that should have been an unlosable game, to be completely honest with you.
So what did I do exactly wrong? My macro slipped and I just got a bit put off.
What did you do exactly wrong?
I mean, in terms of like, I went toast to play for a macro game and didn't really macro brilliantly and didn't really sort out. I should try to sort out that DT harass, kill that warp prism earlier.
I mean, you didn't do anything wrong until you got your attention split up and you just lost too much stuff. You dealt with the DT harass correctly. You did the right thing. You scouted the warp prism and you caught it and you didn't die. The reason that you the only reason you lost the game is because like, how can I put this? There was only one possible way for you to screw up enough to lose that game. The only possible thing you could have done to lose that game would have been to not control your army and let zealots kill all your roaches while at the same time allowing DTs to kill all your drones. And that's exactly what happened.
Okay.
And I know that kind of sounds maybe even a little harsh, but I mean that's just what happened. He had a predominantly zealot army back at home defending his base. He also had DTs. It was zealots, DTs, and just a couple stalkers. And zealots and DTs both do serious damage, right?
Yeah, you got to micro away from
Yeah, you don't have to micro heavily. You just have to kite a little bit. Scoot and shoot, basically. You know the drill, right?
Yeah.
But but we didn't, and because of that, you just took too much damage. You lost your army, and then you lost your economy at the same time. Now, the one thing that I want you to really comprehend here, after that fight, after you had lost your drones, after you had lost the brunt of your army, you still had quite a few roaches left over. They were sitting in your natural. Two things. Had those roaches been with your first army, you would have killed him. And then had you just countered after losing everything, I don't know if you would have won or not, but it would have been closer than that game ended up being.
Okay.
So I mean, you went from having, I think you had 35 drones down to 15 drones.
Okay, so we did some really serious damage, like.
Yeah, when you lose 2/3 of your economy, there's two ways to come back. There's the all-in method, where you just go attack with everything you have, and then there's the try to macro back up method, make nothing but drones, and see if he makes the mistake of not attacking you. And you tried the latter, and it didn't work because he was just teching at a normal rate. And when he had Colossi, he came in and attacks. So I mean, the all-in would have been,
Better shot.
better maybe, but I mean it's the other option, and I think it's the one I would have taken.
Okay.
So.
Cool.
All right. Are you ready?
Yep. So I'm used to losing like that.
Yeah, those games are the worst, man, because you dealt with the harass initially, like, perfectly. The DTs did 0 damage. Your control was impeccable. You made a really, really cute surround the DTs with your drones, and then the DTs, like, glitched out, and they weren't even swinging. They were just, like, twitching.
That's what you said yesterday. You said if you get your Zealot and you can surround your Roach with thing, he has to target fire individually each drone because like the drone is not attacking it, so it goes lower on the unit priority.
Mm-hmm. So is that what you did? Did you put them on hold position?
No, I just sort of just surrounded them.
Oh, okay. Well, that's awesome, man. It was fucking perfect. They got completely annihilated. It was a beautiful defense. Just the fact that you
move commanded them just into the back corner. So.
The fact that you ended up losing that game, it hurts. But I mean, all of these games, the replays you showed me, and the game that you just lost there, you're just so painfully close to winning it. It's excruciating,
So,
learn
to play.
Say again?
Learn to play better, huh?
No, it's not even that, because you know how to play. You're making the right choices. It's just don't make that one mistake. And one of the frustrating things about playing Zerg is you only get one. You get one screw up, and that's it. And when it happens, the game's over. So it's not like Protoss has the ability to kind of just fall back on force field and their powerful splash damage. Terran has the ability to kind of sit back behind a wall and utilize their ranged units. Zerg doesn't really have comeback potential like that, unfortunately. So we have to kind of play perfectly, and it shouldn't be. You shouldn't feel like I'm criticizing you when I say your play wasn't perfect. But
no, for sure, no one's is really.
But I mean, it has to be in that situation. You can't make that. You can't make that one big mistake because it's going to cost you the whole game.
Yeah. Well, I was winning the spam war and feel happy about that.
That's one thing that you've been doing consistently.
That and losing.
Okay. One of the two things you've been doing consistently.
I guess it's one of those things that I just seem to lose to it. Like, it's not that I know I get close to winning, but it just makes it all the worse when I lose. Does that make any sense? That's all. Hello?
I'm sorry, I missed your question.
So, being so close to winning makes it almost worse when you lose.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's painful, and it's frustrating, and it's infuriating, and I've been there. I played a ZVT yesterday where I completely decimated everything that Terran had, and he lifted to an island, and he made mass Banshee Viking, and came back and killed me.
No.
And I was furious.
How did you lose that?
I don't know. I'm terrible.
How do you beat that? This Hydras?
Fungal growth and Hydras, yeah. And I decided that all I was going to make was Zerglings and Ultralisks and try to drop and Nidus, and Vikings are really good at killing Overlords, and Banshees are really good at killing Nidus Worms, and I'm really good at making bad decisions.
Let's see if I don't play this game a little bit better. I like that. Oh, black.
Porks. So we see a gate, we see a cyber core, we don't really know what else is coming out of the one-base cheese master Vicarious.
He's standing as pro.
Self-proclaimed.
Yeah, he's got it going on, man. I wish I was one-base cheese master. Oh, need to expand.
Yep.
Start my second queen, get an overlord. Just, and when it's the most demoralizing when you lose games like that. I find anyway.
It is. It's a bummer. It's definitely painful, but
Hmm.
So 2 zealots. That's different. Oh, and your Zergling gets in, and you see Stargate.
Stargate.
You know exactly what's coming. So what is your response?
Extra queens, Evo chamber. Drone for a second.
Yep, yeah, that's exactly right.
Do
Put
I get
guys
lair
back
or?
in gas. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
So do I get lair or?
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Put guys back in gas. I'd start one more queen, and when the queen finishes, you can start your lair, or even you can start your lair at your natural when that comes up. Um, Definitely put that Evo chamber down. The Spore Caller is going to be immense if he decides to go for Phoenixes.
Phoenix.
And even if he goes Void Ray, just one Spore Caller is nice to have around. I don't want you to overreact and feel like you have to make 1,000,000 Hydras.
But I'm definitely aiming for Hydra, is that what you're saying?
Right. I don't want you to feel like you have to commit to Hydras so much that it allows him to easily just tech switch right into Colossus and kill you. Um, y Hydras are great against Stargate units, but you have to continue scouting, and you can't commit to Hydra if it's not going to be, or you can't commit to Hydra if he's going to tech switch, and so you have to be looking for that tech switch. You have gas to spare, so I guess you might even consider starting your +1 ranged attack.
What the carapace? Should we go for the carapace first, no?
Well, I like the ranged attack because stuff dies so fast in this game already.
Ah, nice.
To be honest, I don't know that there's any math out on it just yet, but I'm sure that that's something that will be revealed to us in the future. You're still producing queens steadily, as you can afford to.
I've still got a little overlords coming, haven't I? Trying to link my bases with creep.
And here we go. You see him pushing out.
Shit.
It's going to be, it looks like a gateway push with Void Ray support. So,
oh shit, what'd I do?
Well, you got your queens. I would make as many lings as you can. Continue with your injections. You're going to treat this just like Blink Stalkers. You make mass Zergling until you can make Hydra.
Oh shit, I need to make Hydra then.
You have a Roach one. Bummer. That's actually okay. You'll be fine. You're going to be fine. Just make sure your queens are hotkeyed and with your army. You have to focus fire the Void Ray with the queens. And you have to be using Transfuse actively. You're going to spend all your larvae on Zerglings until this fight happens.
Well, I'm not injecting. Should I be injecting?
Yeah. Try to inject with the queen that has the most energy, so that, like, you have one queen in your main with 88 energy. Inject with her so that you have energy left over for Transfuse. I would start making Hydras instead of getting Hydra range. Like, I would just jump straight into Hydra right now.
If you say you would, so would I.
And here he is.
Oh, bum.
Queens, Lings. Remember, Queens got to focus the Void Rays. Lings got to surround the stuff. Go, go, go. That's a great surround. That is a great surround. This is perfect. You got to use Transfuse. Beautiful. Absolutely magnificent. Dare I say perfect. You're defending these cheesy blazes. Wow. Blazes? What the fuck is a blazes? You're defending these cheeses perfectly. I don't understand why you say you're struggling.
Well,
but listen, you just killed his whole army, so now you're ready to drone, right?
can I go poke at him?
Yeah, you absolutely can poke at him. If he's expanded behind this, you want to shut down that Nexus. You've got a lot of Lings there, so you should be able to kill a Nexus if it's up or if it's warping in.
Well, I catch these bad boys. This is like some sort of all-in.
Oh yeah, he's. I mean, Gateway plus Stargate attack is all in. Period.
The one cheese he hasn't done before, then, eh?
Yep. And you don't want to lose these Zerglings here. You got to get those guys back home.
Ah!
You're definitely ahead. You're 1.5 miles ahead. You just have to make sure that no matter what happens, you don't misstep and fall behind. How does he come back from this?